Hi everyone, this is Hayley from HH Nails. I thought I'd do a quick video to explain how to remove gel polish safely at home. Please bear with me though, it is my first video. There might be a few things go wrong. We might get through it all okay. Let's wait and see. So to start with, what you're going to need is a file. I use a 120/240 grit. You are going to need the harsher side possibly of the file, but to be honest you can use either side depending on how confident you are. You're also going to need something to soak the acetone to put over your actual nail. Now I use a tissue, lint-free tissue cut in half, which create these, and I use one of these folded in over each of the nail. If you don't have these at home, don't fret if you have cotton wool. It's just as easy, but you don't need a whole cotton wool ball for each finger. It's just too much. So tear some off. As long as it goes over the nail, it will be fine. Top of that, you're going to need some aluminium foil cut into approximately this size shape, again so it can be wrapped around your finger to hold the soaked tissue onto your finger. It doesn't have to be anything special. I like the Kitchen Strong aluminium foil, but I'm pretty sure you can do it with any. After, you will need something to scrape the polish off with once it's soaked. So an orange wood stick is good. If you do by any chance have one at home, a cuticle pusher would be better. It's less damaging to the nail. But like I say, an orange wood stick is fine and it doesn't damage the nail as long as you use it correctly, which I'll go into a little bit later. On top of that, you're going to need your acetone, which for the purpose of today is in this little jar here, but decanted into there is just literally some generic acetone. This I believe I actually got from Home Bargains. And then afterwards we're just going to buff the natural nail with a small buff block buffer. It can be done with a fine grit file though. Again, I'll take you through that at the end. So let's get started, shall we? A thumb. So what you would normally do, or what's best to do, is any good nail technician will have sealed your nail, would have capped it. We need to break that seal so that the acetone can soak in through. So I always start with a file off there, and as you can see, it's already brought that top bit off there. Now again, a nail technician, when you have it done by a nail technician, will probably file further down the polish than what I'm going to advise you to do. You'll be better off soaking it for longer so that you're not running any chance of actually damaging your nail bed with the file. So this is where I say about with how confident you are with which side of the file you use, either the harder grit or the softer grit. So with the harder grit, you are literally just filing over the top coat. You want to take that shine off. See how it's gone from being shiny to lovely and non-shiny basically. So we are literally, and you can see the filings coming down onto the bottom. So again, I would put obviously some kitchen roll, or you want something tissue underneath you. So I'm literally just going around all around the nail. I'm actually pulling my skin down with this finger here to allow me to get into the walls, the side walls, and towards the cuticle. Don't go too harsh. You don't need to be, you know, it's not a race. You don't need to be ripping your cuticles and everything with the file. So as you can see here, I'm already starting to get quite low. So if this happens with yourself, you might want to turn the file over. It will take a little bit longer, a little bit more, but you don't want to be going any further down than that really with the filing when it's yourself doing it, unless you are confident that you know you are not going to be filing your actual nail bed. So my base coat that I have on is actually a pinky colour, so I know I've only hit my base coat there. So I'm going to stop there for the purpose of this video. I'm going to get my tissue and I'm going to just drop it into the acetone and bring it out. Okay, and then I fold it over on the nail hold it in place, get your foil. Now I personally wrap it this way. I've seen many different ways you can wrap it. As long as it is nice and secure on the nail, there really is no right or wrong. You just need it there holding it all together. And if you have a cut like I have there, be very careful. Might sting a little bit. So then we move on to the next one, and again we break that seal just like that, and then we are now normally at home myself I would hold it down like this just initially. It's all about getting the right angle for you to work, to be able to control your file and how much you're taking off. Okay. So again, just quite literally taking the top coat off, breaking that seal, because you want the acetone to soak through the layers. And we're going to complete this now across the rest of the fingers, and then we are going to, once they're all been done, depending on how long you filed them for, I would suggest that you look to soak them for approximately 15 minutes. Okay, so again I've dipped a bit of tissue, holding it on, getting my foil, and again wrapping it. So I bring one round, tuck it under with my nails, and then bring the other one round. Okay, and then once it's there, squeeze the top and roll it down. Okay, and that will hold there like that. Now I'm going to continue on to the rest. For approximately 15 minutes. So let's take the foil off and see what we've got. So I would, if you can, try and slightly unwrap them as you take them, just because if you need to re-soak them for a bit longer, it's a bit easier to put them back on. So as you can see now, they're starting to already just break off. So if you're going to use the wooden orange stick, you want to use the side part of it. Do not use the top bit and gouge down like that, because your nails are soft and there is a good chance you will gouge into your nail, which is not what you want. So you want to take it from the side, and you just want to apply a little bit of pressure and just literally scrape down the nail, and you see how it's all just coming off. Okay, I'm not applying hardly any pressure here, there's just a little bit on the side and it's taking it down, and there you go. Okay, so it's all right. You don't need to do lots of filing on the beginning if you're willing to wait and soak them, and that way it just creates a lot better. So that's the thumb, and then on to the next one. Okay, and again you can already see the cracks coming off. You're literally on the side again, just scraping it down a little bit. Okay, I'll try and come up a bit closer. So we're literally just scraping again from the side down. Okay, and see how easy that is. Okay, so on to the next one. If by any chance you're finding you haven't soaked them long enough, and it's not quite coming off as easy as this, then just wrap them back up and leave them to soak for a little bit longer. Okay, the last thing you want to be doing is applying too much pressure with the stick and it coming off. So now I've shown you with the orange wood stick, which most people will probably use. I will finish off on the last two showing the cuticle pusher, just again, just in case you've got one of them and you want to know how to use that instead. Okay, so with this one, I use the bottom end, the rounded end, and I just gently, again, push down. It obviously covers a wider area. It's softer, it's not quite as rough, I find. My nail's quite long on the end here, so because it's been soaking for so long, it's actually quite soft. So you've got to be careful then of how you come round, because you obviously don't want to break your nail as well. So it's just applying the right amount of pressure. And don't worry if you do have little bits like this, if you're going to reapply polish because to be honest, when you come to buff your nails again, it will come off with that. But there you go, look, see, nice and easy. Okay, last one. It's just out of the way. Okay, and as you can see, because they've been soaking for the right length of time, it just comes straight off. Okay, and there's no damage to my nails. Now, they are going to be rough, okay, from where the polish has been on. So this is where now this white block comes in, and we are literally, again, very gently just buffing over the block. So it's just a white buff block just to take off any roughness. Okay. Again, you can use this to buff the nail anyway if you're reapplying, but if you're wanting just to go to a natural nail underneath, I would just use one of these to just gently take off the roughness, and then you can apply a standard polish or a top base coat, clear coat, or just be applying, you know, some cuticle oil if you want to. Okay, so nearly done. Again, just nice little. If you haven't got one of these, but you've got your file, you could always use the smaller side of the file, but do it very gently, because you don't want to be filing your nail bed down. So it is extremely gently with that one, and you are literally just wanting, again, to take off that very top roughness. That's all that you want to be taking off. Okay, and as you can see, all my natural nail underneath is all nice and intact, and yes, when the polish has gone on, top coat, it will look nice and shiny again. All my natural nail is fine underneath, no damage has been done, so it's nice and easy. I won't lie though, it can be time consuming. Obviously you can only do one hand at a time, so I'm now going to go and do my other hand and reapply some different polish. I hope you find this video informative and useful. Let me know if you have any comments or if you have any issues. Thank you, take care, and bye bye.